June 3rd, 2024, started like any other Monday morning for drivers on Interstate 4 in Volusia County. But for Florida Highway Patrol troopers, routine vanished when a Chrysler 200 refused to stop. Behind the wheel was a 26-year-old man from Orlando making a decision that would quickly bring flashing lights behind him. From that moment on, the situation became more than speeding. It became a fight to end the chase safely. The driver was pulled from the wreckage and rushed to the hospital. His injuries were serious enough to end the pursuit. While charges had not yet been announced, his list of reckless decisions was already long. In the end, trying to outrun the law earned him nothing but a hospital bed and a future court date. On April 17, 2022, troopers in Dade City were already dealing with tragedy. A 49-year-old woman had been killed in a hit-and-run, and investigators were searching US 301 for clues. Suddenly, a silver Chevy pickup came racing straight toward them, ignoring every command to stop. In seconds, Florida Highway Patrol troopers went from working a crime scene to launching into a pursuit.
I'm working on your location now.
The driver was later identified as Andrew Crumman, and his reckless night ended in handcuffs. His charges piled up quickly, including DUI, fleeing police, destruction of evidence, aggravated assault with a vehicle, and more. For troopers, it was another reminder that danger can appear without warning. On May 1st, 2022, a calm Arkansas afternoon suddenly turned tense when a driver chose to run. Arkansas State Police Trooper Justin Harper quickly moved into pursuit. Streets that usually carried quiet traffic suddenly filled with flashing lights and sirens as the chase pushed toward the center of town.
The pressure was already boiling over.
He just crashed out into a vehicle, California crash.
Emergency crews rushed to the crash scene, pulling injured drivers from damaged vehicles. The suspect's desperate escape ended with broken bones, destroyed cars, and felony charges waiting at the hospital. It was another reminder that escaping police is difficult, but escaping physics is impossible. Just before noon on November 20th, 2024, an Arkansas state trooper noticed something unusual on US Highway 63. A white Nissan passed by with expired tags. At first, it seemed like a minor issue, but when the trooper turned around to check, the Nissan suddenly sped off, blasting past 85 miles per hour like it had something serious to hide.
85 miles per hour, like it had something serious to hide.
driver jumped out and ran into the trees, disappearing like a ghost. Later, authorities identified him as Michael Kyton Price, with help from his sister and the evidence he left behind. Even 2 days later, Price managed another foot chase when parole officers tracked him to a rural property before he vanished into the woods again. On November 28, 2024, what began as a simple traffic stop in Jacksonville quickly turned dangerous. Florida Highway Patrol noticed a silver Volkswagen Jetta after a bad lane change and reports of running red lights. Instead of stopping, the driver pushed the gas harder, turning a small violation into a reckless gamble.
Jackson I-01. Yeah, witness calling that she did witness anyway. I had her name and phone number again.
Still southbound 95, Jax. Traffic is still moderate. Passing Emerson. Jax, you just hit a sign. You just signal for it. Just signal for it.
The driver was dragged from the smoking wreck and forced to the ground as officers shouted commands. Charges will likely include reckless driving and felony fleeing. In the end, the desperate run through Jacksonville's highways proved one thing: sometimes the fastest way to lose everything is to run from the law. Just after noon on April 6, 2023, a routine patrol on Interstate 40 suddenly changed. A trooper noticed a white Chevrolet Cruze driving dangerously close behind another car, slowing traffic in the fast lane. Turning on the emergency lights should have ended it. Instead, it became the moment that sparked a high-risk chase.
136 It's clear.
The driver, later identified as 23-year-old Davian Richards, tried to flee but was quickly taken down with help from Mayflower police. His passenger, Paul Humphrey, received treatment for minor injuries before being taken to a hospital. The real shock came during the vehicle search, where officers found nearly 150 suspected fentanyl pills. Richards now faces trafficking charges, felony fleeing, and more. One decision to avoid a traffic stop turned into proof that running from the law never ends well. It was reckless confidence at its worst. Early on June 24, 2023, a maroon Chevrolet Caprice treated red lights, speed limits, and even headlights like they didn't matter. Trooper Jacob Bird barely caught the blur before clocking the car at over 100 miles per hour in an area where drivers normally slow down at night. The driver had already started the story of his downfall. He just didn't realize it yet.
Just did not know it yet.
37, we're on 1037. On the service road headed toward Dodge Springs. Crashed out at 65th and 30.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm not playing with you! Get on the ground!
The driver didn't stay long. He ran on foot, only to see Trooper Bird closing in faster than expected. A quick medical check showed he was fine, though his car and pride were not. By night's end, he sat inside Pulaski County Jail facing felony fleeing, reckless driving, criminal mischief, and leaving the scene of a crash. Some mistakes cost money. This one cost freedom. By the night of April 6, 2021, Forsyth County deputies were dealing with a driver refusing to follow the rules. A pickup truck sped south on State Route 400, weaving through traffic at dangerous speeds that even experienced officers recognized as serious trouble. Radio chatter warned the driver might be impaired. Whatever was happening inside that truck was about to spill onto the highway. Georgia State Patrol joined in and the chase intensified.
I'm coming in behind 771.
Extremely 1049.
50 to 50.
When everything ended, the driver was identified as Jansen Cardell Jones, already wanted for probation violations tied to drug charges. Deputies recovered drug items he had thrown from the vehicle, sealing his fate. Charges piled up, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, DUI drugs, and more. His run ended not in freedom, but in handcuffs. The biggest mistake is believing you can outrun state troopers. On September 4th, 2023, Trooper Brandon Truen drove along U.S. Highway 167 in Independence County, Arkansas. Ahead was a gray car speeding far beyond the limit. Sirens echoed under cloudy skies, looking like just another traffic stop. But within seconds, what seemed routine turned into something no training could fully prepare him for. The vehicle involved belonged to Michael Owens, a 63-year-old motorcyclist from Batesville. Owens was struck and killed in the crash, leaving his community in mourning. Trooper Truen was hospitalized but released the following day. What began as stopping reckless driving ended in tragedy, showing that danger on the road doesn't always come from the suspect you pursue. On June 29, 2023, around 2 p.m., deputies in Charles County, Maryland responded to a parking lot on Acton Lane in Waldorf. Reports described a man attacking a woman during an attempted carjacking. What started as violence in a quiet parking lot quickly moved onto the streets, launching a pursuit that pushed both officers and suspect to the limit.
Southbound 205. Southbound 205. Someone try to get 6 at 5205. Next 2 lanes, speed 116. No track. 759, number 1 lane, 1050, 1050, 1050, 1050. That accident, 1050.
The fleeing vehicle crossed into oncoming traffic and slammed into a trailer truck with devastating force. The suspect died instantly, his gamble ending in twisted metal and smoke. For deputies, it was another harsh reminder that crime doesn't stay contained. It follows onto highways and often leaves only destruction behind. On February 21st, 2024, Interstate 10 in Escambia County was anything but calm. Trooper M. Pepitone, a 6-year veteran of Florida Highway Patrol's Criminal Interdiction Unit, watched traffic near mile marker 1. His job was spotting drug couriers and wanted suspects. Then the radio crackled. A fleeing vehicle from State Road 29 was heading straight toward him, already moving at dangerous speed.
And he's taking the right turn on Molina, right turn Molina westbound, 482. He'll go get a redneck curve.
The suspect was identified as Noel Almargo. Freedom was never the outcome waiting for him. His reckless run ended in custody and a hospital bed. Troopers discovered a suspended license, multiple felony warrants, and links to 2 hit-and-runs during the chase. Once again, running from Florida Highway Patrol proved to be a losing gamble. Late morning on August 7, 2024, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper noticed something unusual about a gray Dodge Charger on Interstate 10. The car wasn't just speeding, it followed a trailer dangerously close. Then came an odd lane change and a last-second swerve back onto the highway. Whatever the driver was hiding, it was clear the truth wouldn't stay hidden long.
Hidden for long.
No, stop. Go back. Bridge area.
Contact you, 1033 Dashcam. 133 now. 86. You put 50. I show you for 171 westbound.
I'm 231.
Yeah, 1040, you have excursion.
24.
Yeah, 1040, here, Gina.
Hit.
Cover copy, taken. Ratio got a 128.
Officers worked quickly to stop the threat, and one maneuver finally ended the chaos. It wasn't smooth, but it worked, leaving the driver running on foot. A long search followed through roads, woods, and nearby gas stations. Eventually, officers found him crouched near a campground, exhausted and out of options. Steve Manuel Jr. faced charges including fleeing police, drug possession, child endangerment, and safety violations involving children. After medical treatment for dehydration, he was taken straight to Gadsden County Jail. Responsibility can only be avoided for so long. Reckless behavior can turn a fun night into a lasting lesson. On March 6, 2022, drivers gathered at Greenbrier Mall parking lot, turning it into a stunt playground. The sound of tires drew Georgia State Patrol to the scene. The gathering scattered quickly, but one driver chose to run instead of leaving quietly. That decision would soon catch up with him.
Than vanish. That choice would come back to bite hard.
Man, looks like he's on Greenbrier Parkway going in. Under 2X5. Still on Greenbrier. Coming up to the Forge Road. Greenbrier Forge Road. Looks like it's 10-15 into the tree. Got 2 units on the scene at the moment. Looks like one's at that point.
You need to come back. We're getting you to the parking lot. Come back.
Breaking off. Come back.
Looks like I have this parking lot, Seba. Right here, Greenbrier.
The pursuit didn't cross counties or highways, but it didn't need to. It ended when the BMW crashed into something that wasn't moving. Both suspects were detained immediately, and the driver was taken to Atlanta City Jail. Street takeovers may feel unstoppable in the moment, but reality often appears suddenly, especially in a patrol car mirror. Just after midnight on November 26, 2024, a black Jeep Renegade rolled through a red light at the Fair Park exit ramp. To others, it may have looked like a distracted driver, but what followed made it clear this was no simple mistake. A trooper trusted his instincts, and the moment emergency lights activated, the situation escalated far beyond a traffic violation.
Violation.
14, like that.
No traffic. Westbound.
2-8. One back.
On 18.
And 415.
Southbound on Big Urine. Come up to Charles. TBI, Charles Bussey, and Harrison.
The fleeing man was identified as Charles McCrae Jr., and a dropped backpack gave officers everything they needed. Inside was a loaded handgun, 4 grams of suspected crack, and documents with his name. When his phone rang and his sister unknowingly confirmed his identity, the case only strengthened. McCrae now faces charges including fleeing, theft, drug possession, and firearm offenses. Running is hard enough. Carrying evidence makes it impossible.